What's going on, guys? It's Carlos Los Brat back again, and today we're going to be discussing the newest season of Apex Legends, Season 4. Now, I know you may be wondering, well, Carlos, it's been out for a couple days, why are you reviewing it now? Well, if you review a new season in one day, how can you really wrap your mind around all the new changes? How can you really get into the juicy deets of the new game? Just by playing one day, it doesn't make any sense. It's like reviewing a music album the first day it comes out. You need to let it marinate, and you need to understand better how the game affects you, and you can use this game and play this game in new ways. Now, of course, easily the newest way to play this game is by playing with the newest legend, and that's Revenant. Now, Revenant is a former assassin for Hammond Robotics, but then his programming went haywire, and now he's a killing machine who realizes he's just not a man anymore. And what Revenant's abilities are, it's a little hard for me to utilize them effectively, I found. His passive ability is Stalker, and it allows him to climb walls higher and crouch walk faster. And his active ability lets him shoot a ball that silences enemies who are hit by it, so they can't use their abilities to escape or to fight back. And his ultimate summons a totem that allows him or any other legend who comes across it to go into death protection. Now what that means is they gain a shadow form and they can attack whoever they want, but they take damage only through health. So once they run out of health, they're instantly teleported back to the obelisk or totem with 1 health, but they still have the remaining shields. Now this can be tricky when you're trying to fight someone but the ring is coming, so if you get taken out and then you're sent back to your totem, which is outside of the ring, you're gonna die instantly. Now, I can admit that I've fallen victim to that, and I've seen plenty of people do it to themselves. But something I've had trouble with is I can't properly utilize his abilities. I've been struggling to master it, especially his ultimate. Now, of course, his active ability is straightforward, just point, shoot, silence your enemies. And it's a good kit, I think, but it's just hard to work around into a team fight scenario, because I'm still thinking of how to properly use his ultimate. What are the times where this would be a good ultimate to have? What are the times that this will be a good tactic for me and my teammates to use? Also, it's a little tough to try and work around his abilities when there's a lack of communication amongst your teams. I'd say it's similar to Crypto's his kit. Crypto's kit heavily relies on team communication. If you can't let your teammates know where the enemies are, if you can't tell them how many squads are around through the banners, it doesn't work as well. So you need a lot of team communication, which I find in Apex is a little hard to come by. Also, I was a little disappointed in his Stalker ability, his passive, which allows him to climb higher than all of the other legends. I was expecting him to climb infinitely. I guess that's the impression I got from the cinematic that was released a few days ago, but that would be a little ridiculous. He can climb roughly twice the amount that a regular legend can. I mean, I guess maybe there will be some sort of change in the future, or maybe this is just good enough. Personally, I think it's a bit underwhelming as a passive, but that's just what he is. It's something you have to work around, and I think someone who really puts in the work, puts in the time, can effectively utilize all his abilities. But moving on to another update is the Sentinel. It's a new weapon that's in the sniper rifle class, and that's right, the sniper rifle class. There's a new class of weaponry. So the G7 Scout is no longer considered a sniper rifle. It has been moved back into assault rifles. In the sniper rifle class, we have the triple take, the longbow, the charge rifle, and now the Sentinel. The Sentinel is a bolt action rifle similar to the Kraber, however, the bolt cocking speed is a little faster. It does roughly 65 damage to an unarmored opponent, 49 from a larger distance, but I think it's a solid weapon all around. And along with this gun and the new class in general, is of course attachments. So there's extended mags for the sniper rifle. And now the G7 Scout has been pushed back down to assault rifle status, so it takes standard stocks. Now, I think this makes sense because I always saw the G7 as more of an assault rifle, just a single-fire assault rifle, rather than a sniper rifle. It was very hard to utilize over a long distance, and it felt like the damage that it brought out wasn't enough to be worth it to use at a longer range. You would much rather settle for the longbow or the triple take or the charge rifle. And now, you could settle for the Sentinel. And of course, what would a new season be without a new map? Now, the capital city has been split in half due to the Planet Harvester by Hammond Robotics. Now, the Planet Harvester is a large compound that takes the energy from the magma and lava of the planet and sends it out to be, I don't know, sold for big energy, who knows. But because of that, capital city has been split in half, and now there's a giant lava fissure going through the northeast and southwest direction. So rather than the capital city, we now have the east and west fissure. And if you happen to fall into the fissure, there may be hope for you yet, because sometimes, in some spots, there will be air drifts that'll push you back up, and it lets you use your jets to slowly rise up and come back onto the ground. But keep in mind, this will damage you, and you're pretty exposed. So, my recommendation, don't jump into the lava. There is also a third new location, point of interest. It's called the Survey Camp, and this will be found in between the Epicenter and the Skyhook, a little northwest of the new fissure. And it's nice, it's just a bunch of hubs, but also something to keep in mind is that there's a new concept, a new piece in the Survey Camp: gun racks. Now, this is a place where you will definitely, without a doubt, find new guns. And it's similar to the ones that we see in the training grounds, the firing range. So you run up, pick up a gun off the rack, and then get to fighting. So this could be a new place that plenty of squads will drop. Personally, I've only dropped there once, and it didn't work out for me. And now we're going to move on to something that I think is the most important, something that I exclusively play: ranked. Now, if you were Platinum 1 last season like I was, you'll go down a tier and a half. So that means you'll head down to Gold 3. And I do believe that the ranking system, the ranking point system, has adjusted a little bit. The ranking system when it comes to other squads being eliminated is more of a gradual increase in points rather than the jagged edges of 10, 7, 5, 3, and so on. Now it's more of a steady curve that slowly increases your RP. But along with that is a new rank, well, two new ranks if you want to be technical about it: the Master Tier. Apex Predator has been moved up one tier and now only consists of the top 500 players on the platform. Now this is similar to Overwatch, which also has top 500, and below that, Master Tier. And here in Apex, we have Master Tier, which is one tier above Diamond and one tier below Apex Predator. Now if you want to get into Master Tier, I wish you good luck, because you're going to need 10,000 RP to bust in. And once you get in there, the sky's the limit. It's up to you to get to the top 500. Now, I'm not going to say it's a easy goal, but it certainly is something to strive for, and I will be doing that too. Which leads me to my last point of anticipation, is the new ranked leagues that Apex will be hosting later this year. I gotta say, I'm very excited for the new professional leagues coming to Apex. I always believed that Apex was an underutilized battle royale format, that there could be a lot more esports potential, and we're going to see it, and I cannot wait. But along with that, I also want to see more fun, creative modes. There was a ton of diversity in the way you could play when it comes to the Grand Soiree that happened just before Season 4, and of course, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing a return of King's Canyon. Now, that's about all I can offer you from this patch, but I'm not going to give you some sort of arbitrary ranking system where I tell you 4 out of 5 losses on the new season of Apex Legends. I'm just going to offer you a simple encouragement. Play the game. It's a lot of fun, and if you've been dodging it for a while, if you've been missing out, well, you certainly are missing out. Come back to the game. Give it a shot. I'm sure you'll have tons of fun, and if not, well, you can come and complain to me. Anyway, that's all from me. I'm Carlos Losbrat. Thanks for watching.